Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast. I am your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me today is not Joel Meyer. He's on a bus back to his homeland there in Vancouver. Joining me is Sean Massiano from the Chalk and Chaos Podcast. How are we doing today, bud?
Doing good. I recorded one and earlier today talked some World Baseball Classic, how much I'm backing the Dominican Republic at a pretty good price. I think they're a pretty good team. I think they match up pretty well. Not to spoil it too much. I know some American pitchers have been, quote, not really only going to have a couple games in there. So there might be some room to fade the Americans here at the old. I know they're going to be all worked up because of the, Olympics and all that. But, I think Dominicans at prices are good. But outside that, doing pretty good. Getting some stuff done. Getting over whatever I had last week. I just felt terrible, tired, and weak. It was not something I really wanted to record at night. And be like this, and not to die too much. How are you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good. I mean, we don't have the Joel 2-minute intro about his weekend and his golf bets and all this stuff going on.
I don't even want to talk about that. Don't get me started.
We gotta kill some time.
Don't remind me
somehow. I'm seeing DR here plus 450 on DraftKings. Because Team USA, it's like everyone's just gonna one start. You're gonna have some bum start the championship game if they get there. And the Dominicans, they're just playing for the country. They're going all out. They don't care about their MLB contracts. They're just
exactly. Right? A lot of them too are there's a decent amount of them that live down there in Miami too. There's going to be a pretty large representation of Dominicans down there in all Miami, so it's not too far from them anyways to fly. So a lot of the rich ones, especially. But
I remember those were some sellout games down there. They were loud back and forth from Dominican and Rose. Yeah, I mean USA minus 110 favorites. I mean. Sure, you look at them. You look at the roster.
They're a good team, but
pretty good. It's a good team. It's a good lineup. But the pitching, all the pitching, and Japan and Dominican definitely probably have the advantage in the depth there. And I think that kicks off on Thursday with some overseas games. So we will.
It's a couple days from now. I think it starts.
Wednesday or Thursday later this week. So we will get into that. Of course, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on Spotify. On Apple, leaves a 5-star rating and review, and on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment. There, got a good comment last week on the Friday show. Joel was recording from his phone. His audio wasn't great, and his camera was right up in his face. We got FBI Tugboat said, no mortal being was intended to see Joel this close. Joel, freshly shaven head, just right up in his face. It was a good time there on Friday night. It was also a good time on Saturday for the Puck Bucks, at least for Joel and I here. Shout out Smitty in the chat, of course, and look at these studs. Puerto Rico didn't get insurance on their players, right? I don't think they did, right? They had to leave a few guys home.
I think so. I didn't dive too much into Puerto Rico per se, because I do not care about them at all. I just like the DR. I was thinking about just doing Canada as like a 1-2 exact with Puerto Rico in some way. I think it was an interesting way to play it, but not too solid. A lot of it's just like the top. It's really chalky for the I think for the tournament. Truthfully,
it's like the Olympics. You got the top few, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why does Israel have a team?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Saturday I went 7-7, up 41 puck bucks. Joel 9-6, up 50 puck bucks there. Big hit for Joel on the Montreal game. Looking back on that, Capitals running back to back. That was a good hit there by him. On the money line spread and the total. Ottawa getting a good win in Toronto. Maple Leafs just being booed off the ice by the fans. Chicago, they got out to a 1-0 lead for me. I was able to hit a live money line on the Avs to kind of free roll that a little bit. That one didn't come through. Flyers, Boston looked like that one might be headed to overtime, but Flyers did win that one in regulation. Islanders, I believe, that was an overtime win. Buffalo, that may have been overtime as well against Lightning. No, that was a blowout, wasn't it? Like 6-2?
That was a beatdown.
It was a blowout for Buffalo, 6-2 there.
5-0 at one point.
Yeah, and then Dallas, I think, got it in overtime, or I think that one was close late. Because I went 7-7, but my two of my 320 puck bucks hit, a few of my fives lost, so Still a positive day there. Joel, as I said, 50. Let me look back at Saturday so I remember any of these games. Oilers Sharks, that was a crazy game, 5-4
Oh yeah.
win for Edmonton, or for San Jose, I should say. Evan Bouchard getting a few more points there to help his Norris Trophy case. Somehow he had a goal on Sunday, I believe, as well. No, they didn't play Sunday, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But,
Just
puck bucks still going strong here. So hopefully we keep it going here on Tuesday, even without Joel. And of course, make sure you check out the marches here. And SGPN's giving away $25,000. Winner take all. One person will take home $25,000. Go to sportsgamblepodcast.com/survivor to sign up. And if you're new to Splash, you can use promo code SGPN to play $5 and get $50 in bonus entries. So March Madness is here. It's right around the corner for the tournament. Yeah, we'll talk futures throughout this throughout the show. Futures is like probably worth talking about on a daily basis now with how much.
Yeah, it's
these
gonna
things
change
change.
every single day at this rate.
Exactly.
Outside of the Calder, Calder's done. Don't even like.
Calder.
I mean, if you want to just talk about Schaefer, this kid, I could talk for a while.
Well, the Islanders play tomorrow, right? So we can talk about them.
They don't play tomorrow.
They do not play tomorrow. So we'll bring up Schaefer when we talk about the Norris somehow, because Norris is crazy, Hart's crazy, Vesna is at least a 2-man race. It's not locked up anymore.
Only 2-man race.
Yeah,
I think everything else is like 4-man or like wide open in a way.
So we'll touch on those throughout the show here. But let's get into this 11-game slate on Tuesday, March 3rd here, starting at 7 p.m. Got the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 100 at the Boston Bruins minus 120, under 6.5 minus 125, over 6.5 plus 105. Arch, kick us off.
Yeah, so I actually got to watch Bruins game for once on Saturday, so I was pretty surprised. They were playing pretty good. I thought they were playing Philly tough. I didn't really get to watch the third period, which is the only period that had any sort of scoring in it. So I got to watch the first and second while I was at work. I'm going to ignore Spade's comment real quick. That caught me off guard. And I think Pittsburgh, too, a devastating loss against the Rangers, too, in that overtime game. They kind of beat them up. I thought they were the much better team all throughout. I think the Rangers were lucky to win that game, as they have to be in most games. So just watch out for that. So as for this game, I got to back the Bruins at home as a short price. I think that's always a good way to look. I think Pittsburgh is going to, I don't want to say start losing, but not having Crosby in the lineup is going to matter at some point. And this is one of those games. Bruins at home is always a tough team. I think Pittsburgh plays good. I think the Bruins play pretty good against the Phillies. So I think pretty much the same price too I think for that game was like minus 130 for the Bruins and Phillies. So you get 10 cents better at home for the Bruins, and they're a much better home team. So give me Bruins $15. I like this.
Yeah, the intern had it on the street as minus 125. So you got 5 cents a puck, 5 cents of movement there since that was put in there. I think that's the only way I would go. When I was looking at this before, it was a pick 'em either way. I was like, yeah, this is a pick 'em. This could go either way. I always hate this Pittsburgh-Boston matchup. Maybe look to the under. They've been playing under games recently, but that's juiced up at minus 125. Also, Pittsburgh's been scoring a bit. But yeah, Boston, Swayman was locked in on Saturday, as was Dan Vladar. ESPN broadcast kept mentioning that they were both Olympians. They failed to mention they were both shit in the bed in their one Olympic start there. But good to see Vladar and Swayman get back at it. I think the under has to be the only look. Skinner has been good for Pittsburgh. Swayman obviously good for Boston, and Seelov, so he's even been good as well for the Penguins there. So no puck bucks for me, but I would look at Boston in the under, if anything. Right down to 7 o'clock again. Got the Vegas Golden Knights plus 100 at the Buffalo Sabres minus 120, under 6.5 minus 120, over 6.5 at plus 100 here. Another interesting game, because you look at this game, you're like, Vegas underdogs against Buffalo, you got to take them here plus 100. But Buffalo has been, amazing. They're giving Tampa Bay a run for the money atop the Atlantic there, 17-8-3 at home. Vegas only 14-10-7 on the road. Vegas, they beat LA coming out of the break. They finally fired Jim Hiller, but after that at Washington, lost, shutout at Pittsburgh, and Buffalo now back home after sweeping the back-to-back in Florida against the Panthers and the Lightning here. So I don't have any puck bucks again here. I think it's going to be a good game. Could go either way. Mark Stone is now missing for Vegas. He left Sunday's game early, which is always something to watch with Mark Stone. He's been huge when he's healthy there. Yeah, Buffalo is the only way I could look here, but not going to be putting any puck bucks on that.
Yeah, we're gonna go complete opposite way here. Buffalo, big win on the back-to-back to beat Tampa Bay at the end of their road trip. Real quick, coming back from the Olympic break, kind of a letdown spot here against Vegas, and then you have Vegas who got shut out, kind of embarrassed in their game the other day. I forget who they play, but I know it was pretty embarrassing to go 5-0 like that. So I'm gonna go with Vegas at plus money. I think letdown spot for Buffalo and bounce back spot for Vegas. So I'll take Vegas even money, 15.
All right, down to 7 o'clock again. Got the Utah Mammoth plus 105 at the Washington Capitals minus 125, under 6.5 minus 135, over 6.5 plus 114. Arch, back to you.
Yeah, I like Mammoth in the spot. Pretty bad home showing the other night against Blackhawks. Pretty pathetic actually, completely. And if Tarigny has any leverage in the room, he's gonna have to tell him you gotta play better than that. We can't play like this. Even though you're not maybe losing a playoff spot, you still gotta play for something. You can't play like that. And I think it's gonna be a big bounce back spot after being shut out like that. I know Caps gonna have their bad loss, but I think Mammoth have a better team here at plus 105, 15 bucks.
Yeah, I think I'm going the other way here. 15 puck bucks on the Capitals at minus 125. Just because of the home road splits here. Washington has been great at home, 19-10-3. Utah on the road, just 13-15-2. Looking at Washington's recent home games, it'd be Vegas, Philadelphia, Nashville, Islanders, Carolina. Utah, they've been very up and down on the road recently. Tough spot. Might want to bounce back from the shutout loss to Chicago. That was a bad one there, but I think Utah has good home ice advantage, and they've been taking advantage of it. But I think this one, Washington, bounces back here after the loss on the back-to-back in Montreal. Had 2 days off now to get home. Get ready for this one. So give me the Caps minus 125 for 15 puck bucks. As for the total, I think I'd probably have to go to the over at plus money, but just going to be taking the Capitals here. All right, down to 7 o'clock again. We got the Florida Panthers at the New Jersey Devils. It is a pick'em. I don't have the energy for the pick'em bell today. Over 5.5 minus 120. Under 5.5 is plus 100 here. Panthers, they may finally be selling here at the deadline. A few days until the deadline, coming off a bad loss at the Islanders there. Should have at least forced overtime, got a point there. Of course, lost to Buffalo in the game before that. Beat Toronto, but everyone can beat Toronto nowadays. Devils got a big win in St. Louis to end their losing streak. But I don't know if I have a strong play here. Both of these teams very underwhelming this season. Devils only kind of due to injuries. Florida a lot due to injuries. Devils are mostly healthy now, so that's probably the way I would look. Devils at home. They probably have a better chance of the playoffs now because the Metropolitan Division sucks, but they're equally out of it as the Panthers are. So just playing for pride at this point. First two meetings were 3-1 Devils and then 1-0 Panthers. So maybe the under, but you can't trust Bob right now. This is another game that deserves to be a pick'em.
Yeah, I mean, for the total, I think I would look to the over because it's 5.5, and Florida's a pretty big over team at this rate right now. New Jersey's kind of treading that water in between, so I think if there's any way to look. First for the side, I got nothing. Can't really figure out what the motivation is behind Florida, and same thing for New Jersey. Both these teams are in a weird spot, kind of they really don't have what it takes to make a playoff push, but they don't want to be the bottom, the worst team. You want to have good momentum carrying into next year. So it's a very hit or miss kind of game. If you find an edge, good luck. Wish you the best. I think it's the over, but no bet for me on this game. Yeah. I just want to talk about Schaefer, though. How about that performance? He actually put the Panthers in a blender that game. In a 5-goal game, that'd be to let 4 goals in, right? He was a +4 somehow. Well, That's just insanity. That's just how dominant he was. That's why he's minus 1,600. Just great
He's
game.
more than that now. I think it's like minus like 3,000. He's
Yeah,
gone
some
up.
games, some teams, yeah, it's going up. It's a lock. It's over. If you're a listener and you're thinking, oh man, I want to fade Schaefer. I mean, look at Demidov for center. No, good luck with that. It's all Schaefer from this point on. Don't waste your money. Don't donate. But maybe for Norris, some crazier things have happened. I mean, I think it's kind of wide open. I think him. I mean, I got what plus 250 for one. It's kind of gross, but as a rookie for him to get it, but he's shutting down top lines. He's getting the points. If he goes nuclear towards the end of the year, I mean, he might be able to push podium finish. You never know, but give you some more equity to bet on other people as well, or cash out value as well. I think there are worse bets that he had out there for sure. I don't know about you, there, Ryan Gilbert.
Yeah, no, I saw Schaefer had a big game. He was still 500 to 1 on FanDuel when he was like 100 to 1 elsewhere. I was like, all right, let me bet my $10 limit at FanDuel, see if I can get a cash out value. And yeah, he's down to plus 125, 125 to 1 on FanDuel, 150 to 1 on DraftKings. Like, yeah, it's a good story. I could see him getting some down ballot votes, but no one's voting first. No one should even vote him second. And honestly, he shouldn't be voted third, because like some guys, they have probably contract incentives for being a finalist and whatnot. Like they might give him some votes just for impressing that much as a rookie. But like you got Werenski, you have Makar, you got Quinn Hughes, Bouchard is now less than 10 to 1. Like in a different year, maybe, but like there's just easily 3 or 4 guys ahead of him. Worse bets at 500 to 1, absolutely, especially if you can get cash out for it. But great to see him for Islanders fans. Great to see our well, you're primarily, but I'm also on Schaefer there. Just waiting 2.5 months now, or 3.5 months, because it's.
I think it's June.
It's usually late June.
They've changed it. It's supposed to be when the finals occur.
Yeah, no, that's what it's been, right?
Nope, it was usually months after. They did it last year, like maybe like a month after the finals happened.
No, they didn't. They definitely did it during the finals.
No, they did.
After July 1st, no one cares about hockey.
It was a weird presentation online they were doing. I forget what it was specifically.
But it was June 12th.
Yeah. Okay. So they changed it, and then this year it's supposed to be during the finals. They're gonna do some weird presentation.
Yeah. Last year was right before Game 4, so probably early June again.
Yeah. Okay.
This year. Yeah. So yeah, somebody says usually do a day ahead, get ahead of the market, get into less efficient market. Hard to win at puck drop unless super sharp. Oh, he's replying to the what about today? Maybe we'll go through our today's picks at the end of the show for the listeners. But yeah,
sure. I mean, there's no some days you don't have a bet for every game, or more to say than 2 games really. So
yeah. Also, there's only 6 games, and one of them was at 2:00. Like it was.
Right.
It's not a big enough slate to record on. All right, we are brought to you by Kalshi, every money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. Kalshi has a ton of trading options for your favorite sports. Also have other markets, including politics, entertainment, and even the weather. Kalshi, you can trade anything, and new Kalshi customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And Rhythm has been on a heater for college basketball and NBA picks. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house model, or make your own and play with the sliders. Rhythm works really well with Kalshi too. So use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right, down here, 7 o'clock again. Got the Nashville Predators plus 124 at the Columbus Blue Jackets minus 148. Under 6.5 is minus 120. Over 6.5 is plus 100 here. This is a back-to-back for both teams. It was Saros this afternoon, losing to Detroit. And tonight, Columbus is starting Merzlikins. So it'll be Jet Greaves against Annernin tomorrow. Which explains why Columbus is the favorite here. Also better at home, kind of, but they've been disappointing. Nashville looking to bounce back from 2 straight losses, lost 4 of the past 5 now. Only win was out of the break, a comeback win against Chicago. Columbus, 2 good efforts shot-wise, 40-22 and 30-26, but lost at Boston and against the Islanders. So want to see what happens tonight for them. I do like Werenski props tonight for the Blue Jackets.
He might be out.
Is he out?
Nah, I posted it in a different Discord, but he is questionable for tonight. He's a game time decision. He's sick, so he
Okay.
might not play.
Okay. All right. Well, if he doesn't play, it void. So that's perfectly fine there. Blue Jackets on no days rest, 7-3-1. That is pretty impressive there. Nashville Predators are low 2-6-1 here. So
Yep.
give me Columbus here. Give me 20 bucks on the Blue Jackets here, minus 148. Just a better team. I think they have. I mean, both teams have a lot to play for here, but Columbus at home. Nashville does have the few hours, advantage to travel from Nashville up to Columbus, but I think Columbus here gets it done. Hopefully, Werenski does play. But yeah, I think the Blue Jackets have to get going here under bonus. They have their first losing streak, and right there in the playoff picture, right on the bubble, both teams are. So give me Columbus at home minus 148 for 20 bucks. As for the total, probably look to the under, but nothing too strong here.
Yeah, I echo those thoughts exactly on the over/under. I have no feel for it. I think Jack Reeves could keep it under, but be very, very close kind of sweat. But I like the Columbus side of things for 15 bucks as well. I'm just going to continue to fade a Noonan whenever he's in the net for Nashville because he's not very good. I don't know if what his deal is. Maybe he doesn't have it to be at the NHL level. So, yep, going to continue my fade of the Nashville Predators with a Noonan net.
All right, down to 8 o'clock here. Got the Chicago Blackhawks plus 136. Out the Winnipeg Jets minus 162. Over 5.5 minus 120. Under 5.5 plus 100. Arch, can you kill some time with this one?
Yeah, I'm trying to decipher DJack5959's comments.
Oh, he said bonsoir. Pouvez-vous mettre votre lien en Discord? Merci.
Oh, very good.
You can go
Do you know what any?
That means good evening. Something about I want to get in your Discord.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought.
Yeah.
Trying to decipher it. Yeah, for this game, I've got no play really. Both bad. Winnipeg been a bad home team so far. That's a very good link. And then you got Blackhawks, who are good in division, but terrible road team. So I can't really say I want to back either of these teams. I kind of want to look to the under. They typically go under, but both these teams kind of scare me for that as well. I think if anything, I would just play the under, but no strong play really. I mean, Connor Murphy trade happened today for the Blackhawks.
It did. They got a second round pick for him. Second round pick in 2028.
Yeah, that's great. That'll help them. So I don't think Winnipeg is going to be a seller team either, really. I mean, they might be like a seller, but not like throw it all away.
They don't have a ton to sell either.
Yeah, so it's kind of a OT maybe at like 3-1. I would bet that maybe. Well, OT and the under. That would be my two looks if I had to bet anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what I went with there. The draw plus 310 for $5 Winnipeg has gone to overtime in 3 straight for their past 5. Chicago hasn't really gone to overtime too much, but I could see an overtime game here. They don't want to let the other team get 0 points in the tank race here, so could see a close game between two just ugly teams here. All right, going down to 9 o'clock at the Ottawa Senators plus 110 at the Edmonton Oilers minus 130. Over 6.5 minus 115. Under 6.5 minus 105. Arch, right back to you for the Oilers.
Yeah, so I got a bad number earlier on Edmonton, but I still like the price on it, minus 130 and the over minus 115, even with the addition of Connor Murphy. Both these teams are over teams anyways, regardless. And I know the goaltending has gotten better for Ottawa and meh for Edmonton. It's like, I think it's kind of a downgrade, but I think they needed to get rid of Skinner just to move on. And then, yeah, I mean, I think Edmonton just is the right side here. I think Ottawa is going to be sellers. Friedman was saying on 32 Thoughts last week. So as good as they are, I think they're going to be selling some pieces off if they can to recoup some assets and continue to like kind of retool a little bit more for next year. Because I think the race is going to be very hard for them to really get into it for Ottawa. And I think they know it. I don't think they want to be like the worst team per se, but I think the way the season's gone, it's kind of already gotten away from them, if you will. So Edmonton gonna want to, I don't not say play harder, but they have to bounce back from that loss in San Jose. Kind of a bad loss for them, having to keep coming back over and over again. So yeah, give me Edmonton in the over.
Yeah, those are my two plays as well. Edmonton, the better team. They have more to play for, coming off that bad loss in San Jose. As you said, they are better at home. Ottawa's decent on the road. They have won their past 2 road games in Toronto and Philly. But like Edmonton here, minus 130 for 15 puck bucks, but 20 puck bucks on the over 6.5, minus 115. Oilers, like, listen to the totals. Recent games, 9 goals, 11, 7, 7, 10, 7, 11, 11.
Hey, Connor
8.
Murphy's gonna fix that. Come on.
Connor Murphy could fix that, but Paul Coffey behind the bench now. He's playing some open hockey there. He's got Evan Bouchard going there. We can talk about Bouchard a bit now.
I want to clarify. I am actually pretty heavy on the Edmonton Oilers side. I put 30 puck bucks on that, so feeling a little bit stronger on the side. I think they're a much better team.
Right. Yeah. Let me update that overprice for you as well there. I mean, Bouchard now leads the league with 69 points. Do you remember that Carlson year? Like I know Yossi was close to him.
Yep. It was, so the two next scorers were Morrissey and Quinn Hughes at 76 each for points total, and Erik Karlsson finished with 25 more points than them.
Yeah, he had 101 points.
So
yeah, that's so Bouchard's not going to do that because Werenski's going to keep scoring. Makar is going to keep scoring. Quinn Hughes, Lane Hudson, like Matthew Schaefer is going to keep scoring. Like,
that in at the end.
Yeah, 23 regular season.
I know that Bouchard has been playing more penalty kill time. I don't know if it's any good because he's, Bouchard. He has a very stinky name attached to him, in terms of defense. So, and that's the problem is his name, and it's a lot of Edmonton fans that are trying to like make this into a thing. Really, they're really like, oh, come on, he's playing the best he's ever played, and it's like, well, he also kind of doesn't play good defense. He's really a good offensive defenseman, no doubt about it. But he's also playing with Draisaitl and McDavid. And I just don't think he has the name for it for the Norris at this rate. I think he'd have to get over 100 points to do that. And might be a tall task to ask, but if they keep playing over games, you never know. Maybe he just gets there in the end somehow. I'm not betting it. I thought about it earlier in the year. I think there's just better names out there like Makar, Quinn Hughes. Even Lane, I think, is kind of better name attached to him in terms of playing actually good defense. He's a plus 14, I think, and Bouchard's only a plus 7. So, or it might be something similar in plus minus between the two. But I think the name just won't get him there. I think Lane Hutchinson is also a better bet anyways at this point if I was betting it. It's also not the most points scored award. In fact, it's a lot of the time second place guy in points actually gets the award too. So it kind of matters. So I wouldn't look too much into just points scored. We'll see the awards watch, whether it's this week or next week, if the voters actually agree with that sentiment. But I don't think they will. I think Quinn Hughes is going to stand to a reason to gain a lot of equity from his performance at the Olympics. Cale Makar is Makar on a good team, so I don't want to repeat that. I got a 2-1 price on that. I think that's a great bet too.
Yep, same.
Those two guys. I would just Werenski is treading hot water, I would say.
Because Werenski, like,
yes, make playoffs.
The Blue Jackets probably have to make the playoffs, right? Or else he has to lead defenseman in points by quite a bit. I don't think he could do that.
He's a talented defenseman, but I don't believe it either. I think, if they lose tonight and or tomorrow, it gets real dicey then. So,
like the Metropolitan Division is bad, but like Columbus,
it's getting better though. They're on par with the Atlantic in terms of points right now. So
Islanders, Penguins keeping it up. Yeah, caps are improving a little bit.
So it's getting pretty dicey. I don't know what this French man is saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Smitty's conferring with it.
Yeah, Lane Hudson up to 60-1 at the score, 45-1 at FanDuel, 20-1 at DraftKings. So if you're not on the Lane Hudson boat yet, that could be a little bit there. But I feel like he needed to come out strong after the Olympic break and hasn't quite done that. Makar still plus 180 at DraftKings. I like that. I got 2-1 as well. Quinn Hughes is between 12 and 18-1. think that's probably the best. But I wonder if voters look at his overall -3 because he was -7 with the Canucks
Yeah.
and what he does, but also could matter with what the Wild do to end the year too if they give the Avs a good good run there. So yeah, still a wide open race, but I don't think Bouchard has any respect from the voters and really never has.
Yeah, I think the move to making Werenski the favorite is kind of premature. I think Makar should still be the favorite, and I think if you're getting any plus money price on him, you might as well take it now while you can.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talk about the Olympic bump for Quinn Hughes. I mean, Werenski kind of gets that same bump. He was great at the Olympics. He got the gold medal. Like, he could sway some voters to vote for
Most of
him over Makar.
but he wasn't the best defenseman though.
I
It's
know,
clearly
I'm
Quinn
aware,
Hughes.
but
I think
it's just the gold medal factor. Like, he's the gold
I don't know
medal.
if it's necessarily about the medal. I think it's more about the performances at the Olympics per se. I think
I agree.
it's mine.
Well, I mean, we can Oilers here. We talk Bouchard. We can talk Connor McDavid as well.
Sure.
McDavid is still 6-1 at FanDuel, plus 350 at DraftKings. So a little bit of a range there. Celebrini 5-1 or so. Kucherov down to plus 350, down to plus 250 at some books, and McKinnon just minus 120 now at DraftKings there.
It's really interesting in that market too, because I'm like thinking like, do I want to start betting Mac here now? Because I don't know if he's quite injured anymore. I know he was talking about it, but if he's feeling better, I mean, he's gonna be
he's a plus 50 on this season. Like,
it's so hard to like want to fade
insane.
it now. It's tough because McDavid, I think, is gonna pull away in the Art Ross, and I think you can still get like an even odds for him. I think so. I mean, Kucherov held pointless, and he's going to keep getting points, McDavid, unless
he's still plus money at FanDuel.
Oh, I would take that in a heartbeat if you can. It's going to be tough for either Mac or Cooch to catch up, really, I think. That's the thing. I think if McDavid has a shot, I think he needs to kind of get there and the goals too and kind of make a push for the Rocket. I'm hoping he does. I put a little bit on that as well, but 5-1. But I think it's probably Mac there in the Rocket. For Hart, it's tough because if the Sharks make playoffs and Celebrini, I think Celebrini got a big narrative boost from the Olympics because a lot of people
absolutely
constantly talking about him, how great he is, and he outdueled and looked better than Mac. And at times he looked better than McDavid. So there's something to be had there. I think 5-1 is a good bet. I think McDavid a little bit, maybe less so now as we get into it because the Oilers have some stink to them a little bit. If they don't turn it around here in the next maybe like 15 or so games, it's going to be an interesting race towards the end. I don't know if Mac has the lead that he did anymore, but it'd be hard not to want to vote for him.
Yeah, Joel pointed it out on Friday, but like Celebrini at 5-1 might be the best bet. Sharks are plus 180 now to make the playoffs. Yep. They make the playoffs. Celebrini gets a huge boost. McKinnon is still leading the way pretty by margin here. Even strength points, he has 75, and then Kucherov has 60, McDavid 60, Celebrini 59. And like, McDavid has Draisaitl, McKinnon has Natchez, Kucherov is kind of doing it on his own, and then Celebrini is pretty much doing it on his own. So very interesting race here. 4 guys, 6-1 or shorter. You love to see it. Love to see these awards races being able to handicap them, to the end here.
Earlier in the year, you could have had big numbers on Kucherov and Celebrini at over 100-1 each, or like even 150 on Celebrini.
That's what I have Kucherov at. I have Kucherov a free bet. I think it's 125-1 or something. That's
Seriously,
what I'm.
You can have that, and then McDavid at 10-1, and then you can bet fucking McKinnon right now, and you'd be in perfect position. If someone's out there that has that, good for you. But,
if Celebrini was 250-1 before the season,
300-1, something gross.
Great to have these races here. All right, we are brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has you covered for pick'em for almost every sport. Underdog has just increased their payouts. 2 pick entries now pay 3.5 times their money, and 3 pick now pay 6.5 times. Underdog has a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with code HGP. And we are brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. At Novig, you are getting the best prices. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And for Merch Madness, 15% off of everything in the SGPN merch store, promo code March. Make sure you get in there, get some Hockey Gambling Podcast merch to rep here for us. All right, down to 9 o'clock on Tuesday. Got the Dallas Stars minus 120 at the Calgary Flames plus 100. Over 5.5 minus 120. Under 5.5 at plus 100 as well here. This is not a back to back. Oh, it's a back to back for the Stars. They're in Vancouver tonight. Do you know who is starting? Has that been confirmed?
I would assume it's Ottinger.
It is Ottinger tonight for the Stars. It'll be DeSmith tomorrow in Calgary. He's been a good enough backup for the Stars. I do like the Stars tonight in Vancouver, both on the money line and the puck line. There you go for who was asking before. Sam Applebaum. I like the Stars tonight. They've won.
Ryan hit it out a minus 192 money line.
Puck line play plus odds. They just win by 2. Calgary had a good win in San Jose, but then shut out in LA. They allowed the Ducks to come from behind there in the third period for a 3-2 shootout loss there for the Flames. Ducks now 7-0 in shootouts, I think. So they go to a shootout. That's a live spot there. Dallas just a much better team, more to play for. They're good on the road, 15-6-6 here. So I think even on a back-to-back, let me check what their back-to-back record is before I take this, but I think the Stars would still play 7-2-0 on back-to-backs, allowing 2 goals per game in that one there. Yeah, so give me Dallas minus 120. I'll put 20 puck bucks on that. As for the total, I'll put 15 puck bucks on the under there. Don't see too many goals in this one. So under 5.5, even money, 15 puck bucks there, and 20 on the Stars at minus 120.
Yeah, it's a difficult game because Flames typically play the Stars a little tougher in the last couple of years. Not that they win a lot, but they are a tough team to play against on a back-to-back when they're at home. But it's a good enough price to back Dallas here. I'm going to back them at a cheap price. They're pretty good on the back-to-back as well. Add it live now. Kind of thinking about it. Just a small play, 15 puck bucks on Dallas.
Yeah, and Dallas, we got to mention Mikko Rantanen is still out for another week or so at least.
It seems like.
Yeah, and Rupe Hintz is still out with an illness, so I wonder what he picked up over there in Milan. So he's day to day. He could come back at some point, but those are 2 key pieces for the Stars, where they have the depth, but if you don't have those top end guys,
how about Wyatt Johnston?
Wyatt Johnston's been fantastic. The Cowboy, yeah.
Bet him for a power play point every game you can.
All right, down to 9:30. We have Tampa Bay Lightning minus 125 at the Minnesota Wild plus 105. Under 6.5 minus 130. Over 6.5 plus 110. Arch, what do you got here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a Tampa Bay heavy 30 puck bucks here. This is gonna be a big bounce back game. Cooper called out his team. Didn't like the effort they were putting in against Buffalo, so I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay here minus 125. I know the Minnesota's an over team, and they actually don't really win in regulation. They're more of an overtime winning kind of team too. So if you really like Tampa Bay, I would bet them on the regulation line as well at plus money. I think that's a puck. I'll probably do that myself tomorrow. Add some regulation and puck line. I'm going to be pretty heavy on Tampa Bay to bounce back tomorrow, even against the Wild.
Yeah, no, I did not know Cooper said that, so thank you. I'm taking Tampa Bay here as well. 20 puck bucks, minus 125. This could be an overtime play as well. Both teams need some points. You got the cross conference, so it doesn't matter giving up the extra point. Minnesota's gone to overtime in 2 of their past 5 of their past 10. Tampa Bay in 2 of their past 6, 3 of their past 10. This is the first meeting this season. Minnesota coming off a tough loss as well after coming home from Utah. So could see a close game here. Tampa Bay just needs to tighten up defensively. Allowed 6 to Buffalo, 5 to Carolina there. A few empty netters, I'm sure. But like Tampa here. On the road, they're just as good on the road as they are at home. So like them here at the short minus 125 price. All right, down to 10 o'clock here. Got the Montreal Canadiens minus 135 at the San Jose Sharks plus 105, I believe here. Plus 114. Over 6.5 minus 115. Under 6.5 at minus 105 here. How are the Canadiens looking right now? Canadiens coming off, big win against Washington. Capitals are on the back-to-back on Saturday. Montreal now had 2 days off to get over to San Jose for this West Coast trip. Then after this, they have a few days off, and then they had the back-to-back against Anaheim and LA. So want to get this one started with a win. San Jose's looked pretty good, though. Shots on goal, 33-24 and 33-28 in their past two after losing to the Flames out of their break. So this is this could be a good spot to back the Sharks at home. I don't know if I'm going to quite be doing that here. Montreal has been looking pretty good. They have won 5 of their past 7. Only 2 losses were in overtime to Minnesota and the Islanders. Montreal already won 2 meetings in February, 4-3 in both of them, including one of them in overtime. So this is a pass game for me. We'll see maybe line movement before puck drop, but at these prices, I got to pass.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the easy play is the over. Both these teams are over teams by margin. So minus 115, I don't understand why it's going against them. So I like that. I might be a little bit more heavier on it tomorrow, but I'm going to go with 15 for now on the Bucks. As for the side, I have no play. Sharks kind of bounced back when they needed to. 2 big wins. So I don't know if they can do it again. Maybe an overtime play here because both these teams like to play for overtime. So I'll look at that maybe tomorrow as well.
Good luck there. All right, down to the final game on the docket. Colorado Avalanche minus 155 at the Anaheim Ducks plus 130. Over 6.5 minus 120. Under 6.5 at plus 100 here. Arch, close it out.
Yeah, I'm not too strong on the side or total here. I want to bet a Ducks over, as I love, but Avs are kind of an interesting team that kind of can go over, can go under. Dostal can just steal the show. So I'm going to stay away from the total. As for the side, they're going to play the Kings tonight, the Avs. So I think it is Wedgwood tonight.
It's Blackwood.
It is Blackwood.
Is confirmed. Yeah.
I haven't looked at it. I originally bet the Avs tonight, but then I saw Jim Hiller get fired. So I'm like, all right, got to go with the dead cat bounce for the Kings against the Avs. So as for this one, I'm thinking the Avs is the price to back them at, but I know it's like I want to fade it, but I just think I'm going to look at it tomorrow and see how the line moves. Maybe I get a cheaper price on the Avs tomorrow, so I'm going to wait and see. It's a wait and see game.
Yeah, Avs aren't great on back-to-backs, 4-3-2. So 4 wins, 5 losses. Not awful there. I wouldn't back them at minus 155, especially before seeing what happens tonight. Anaheim has now won 5 games in a row, including 3 straight since the break, 2 in overtime, of course, against Winnipeg, and then the shootout there against Calgary. So Anaheim would be my only look at this price, plus 130, probably the best you're going to get around there, depending what happens with Colorado. And the Ducks do have a few injuries themselves. Ryan Strome has an illness, Troy Terry, upper body injury, Michael Granlund, upper body injury as well. Frank Vetrano didn't play Sunday, so if they get a few of those guys back, even 1 or 2 of them, and the Avs play a tough game tonight in LA, you know what? I'm talking myself into the Ducks. Give me 10 bucks on the Ducks at plus 130.
Gonna be quacking tomorrow night.
Just don't think this price gets any better. But if the Avs get down to minus 130, that could be just as good of a play tomorrow. All right, that is the 11-game slate on Tuesday, March 3rd. Let me pull up the puck bucks here. You got mine, and you have Archer's here. Let me actually make it one column there in between, so we can differentiate them. Yeah, there we go. There's mine. There's Archer's there. Columbus, we're both on Dallas, both on Tampa. Both on the Ottawa Edmonton over and both on Edmonton. So a few plays we agree on there. It's at the 44 or so minute mark of the YouTube video. Joel is going to be back with us the next time we record. Not sure if that will be tomorrow to talk some awards and stuff for Wednesday's 5 games, but probably Wednesday definitely. I got 8 games Thursday and 5 games Friday. So maybe we'll double up there late in the week. Got the trade deadline, of course, on Friday as well. So we'll see how that impacts everything. Any other futures we want to talk about before we close it out?
The Adams. We didn't really talk about it, but Lindy Ruff has now become the favorite on FanDuel at It's kind of a short favorite, -125. There's some theories that somebody is trying to bet up rough to make him part of the conversation, take it away from Cooper, kind of sort of thing. I don't really know how to make of it, but you're still getting good prices on Cooper and Dan Muse. I know Joel loves both those bets. Dan Muse is the case if they somehow keep treading water and they still make the playoffs. He's gonna get a lot of credit for losing Crosby and making the playoffs still. So, and he's been doing a great job coaching. I really do think he's done the best. One of the best, at least. Cooper, we all know his case. I don't know about Ruff. I understand letting a 15-year playoff drought matters, but I feel like that has more the big GM firing boost for some reason is the narrative behind it, not necessarily him. So I don't really know what to make of it. If you still want to bet some more Cooper, I don't hate it. I'm not too strong in the market, so I haven't really bet anything too much. Some other futures I like is Oilers. Some more Oilers.
Well, let me hop in on Jack Adams here first.
It.
Yeah, I forget about Jack Adams because I can't bet it. Maybe I should stop. Maybe I should get on Kalshi so I can get in the market there. But like I'm looking back at the awards watch from last month. Yeah, Cooper first, Lane Lambert, and Dan Muse as the finalists. I don't see Lane Lambert having staying power there. Dan Muse, shout out Dilly. He brought him up back in like December, and I was like, no way. But Penguins make the playoffs without Crosby. I think that is good. Todd McClellan was mentioned down the ballot, as was Rob Brindamore and Lindy Ruff, who Wisniewski wrote, who we imagine might get a longer look next month if Buffalo keeps this up. And he has kept it up. But going back, I'm looking at the NHL.com trophy tracker from January. I don't know which one has the more accurate base of voters, but they had Jared Bednar closely followed by Joel Quenneville, who Joel's not here. I gotta shout out Coach Q for him on the which one is 1,000th game. Ducks are suddenly in the mix for the Pacific Division now. Like if they win the division, Coach Q is like he could win it. He could get some votes. He could win it. I'm seeing 33-1 here. I'm not sure if that's accurate or 25-1 or so.
Actually. Yeah.
But like him, Todd McClellan is 33-1 as well. If Detroit keeps this up, like
I wish Roy would get some more love. Like I don't understand why he's so long of odds. He's kind of got the injury case, the improvement case, like all the right cases for the Adams, and he's getting like no love for it. He's been doing a great job as well.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it like with the Lightning. You got Cooper in the mix, you got Kucherov in the mix, you have Vasilevsky in the mix. Like, how many of those can they realistically win? I know they're voted on probably by different people, but like, realistically,
it hasn't happened in a long time.
They all have a good chance of winning. Like, they all have a good chance of winning. And you got Darren Radish kind of in the mix for the North. He's not going to win it, but like he's
going to get some downvote love. Yeah.
He's top 10 odds there. So, yeah, I think Tampa Bay, especially if they get the President's Trophy, like, but at that point, just bet President's Trophy. Like, so I would bet one of these long shots now. Maybe Cooper at the plus odds. McClellan 30-1, Quenneville 33-1. Like, I think at this point you just take the long shots.
Yeah, I don't much more to add than that. I think
go to your Oilers thing now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm pretty bit. I'm looking at Joel in the Discord, our own private group chat. He's kind of crying about the Golden Knights and their pathetic attempts to beat any playoff teams right now. They haven't beat anyone since November, I think it is. Right. Let me double check what he. Yeah. Last time November 20th, 2025 is the last time they beat a playoff team in a spot. So that's how bad Vegas has been. Can't really trust them in the playoffs at this rate. So. I like the Oilers in the Pacific division already as it is. I like them a lot of different ways. I also like them in the playoffs too. I think they're going to turn it up. We've done this the last 2-3 years with them. It's like, oh, we don't believe in them. We don't believe in them. I think they're going to come out firing. I don't really trust the Ducks. I think that whoever they have to play to get there is going to be an easy path to the Western Conference Final. So I kind of like them. I think they can turn it up here at the end of the year, and that's where you have to kind of root for. Just for the Western Conference, it really is going to be whoever they match up against in the West, right? If that's whether it's the Stars or Central, whether it's the Stars or the Avs, and you have to see how they can do against them. I think they have a good chance again.
Yep, 9-1 for the division here at DraftKings. Oilers are Ducks down to plus 290. I don't think the Ducks. I mean, the Ducks are a streaky team, and maybe they just stay hot into the regular end of the season. But I don't know. Vegas is going to add some pieces. I think it still is just Vegas is to lose. Dom at The Athletic has Vegas projected 98.5 points, and then Ducks 94, Oilers 90.5. So I think it's still the Knights. But yeah, looking at their game log, like looking at their wins, they've all been bad teams. They have not been playoff teams, as you mentioned. So that Mark Stone is missing as well. So if he's out long term, Carter Hart experiment didn't go too well. Their goaltending is very suspect. So unless they make some ads here before the deadline, that 9-1 price on the Oilers is looking pretty appetizing.
Yep. Just one last bet I'm going to be making is under 92.5 points on Ottawa. I think they're going to be a little bit of a seller. I think that's a pretty good price to kind of bet they're under on. I think that's going to be hard to get them. I know Don has them at 93, but that's not really factoring that they're probably going to sell off pieces. And as that happens, I don't think they'll be above that. I think
who do they have to sell though? I haven't heard that as much.
I heard it from Freeman on 32 Thoughts.
Okay,
that was a lot more than I do. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't listen to that yet. So
I could imagine just like who could they sell realistically?
I mean, I'm scrolling.
They could sell Shabbat
down the trade. No, they're not selling Shabbat. That would be.
I don't think he's a lock to stay on that roster. I'll be honest with how good Sanderson is.
Yeah, Nick Jensen is the only guy on the Athletics trade board. No, they're still in the mix. I think. Are they not?
I'm gonna trust Freeman's thoughts on them selling a little bit here, to kind of recuperate some assets.
Ottawa is 5 points out of the playoffs. So don't you have some bets on them to make the playoffs?
No, I'm on the miss. I don't think I may. I have to look back.
It was Nashville and Columbus. You guys.
Yep, and
about, right?
Nashville. I bet some to make. I think I bet no on. I have to double check. Let me go double check what I actually bet. I know I bet Nashville to make. I know I bet. I kind of bet some Islanders unders. I'm kind of regretting as I say that. But I also have them to make, so I kind of got a little bit of a middle going.
Yeah.
I bet it like last week. So I bet a lot of Art Ross for McDavid, some McCarr, all that. But bet some unders on and Philly and Philly under 88.5. I think that's too high for them.
Yeah, it's a good number.
Yeah, some under on Seattle. I think they're going to miss out in the end. I don't believe they'll get to 87.5. Islanders under 94.5 is kind of high, but if they keep winning, you might be able to get another higher number on them. I also bet Washington make at plus 170.
Yeah, that's still out there right now. Plus 175 at DraftKings. They're minus 160 to miss at Caesars. So there's an overlay there you can take advantage of.
And one last way to bet maybe some Stanley Cup futures, take some exacta markets against Tampa Bay in the East. Maybe think some long shots like Edmonton, maybe some Stars. That's some good ways to get some long shot odds value on there. I think Tampa Bay is kind of the shoe-in here in the East. How pathetic it is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's probably going to do it for us here. Make sure you are subscribed to the Hockey Gallon podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen. Also, make sure you subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. We put the odds up on the screen. We put stuff up on the screen. You see our faces. You get to see how beautiful we look compared to our voices. So check us out on YouTube there as well. And get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord, or reach out to us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. And I'll send you the link there. Anything else here before we close it out?
No, I think I shared enough. I think everyone probably is tired of listening to my voice.
All right. I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Sean Marciano. You can find me on X on either Chalk and Chaos Pod 26 or Sean Marciano 1.